service announcement brought to you by Informante Radio.
Vrijdag.
Koram Deutschi.
Deutschi. Oh, listen, so... First and foremost, good morning, guys. Good morning.
Good morning, Neville.
Morning, Tuva. Good morning.
Morning.
Kaufi. It's Friday. It's the 26th of November.
Black Friday.
Yeah, I didn't get
Now-
the menu because I see both you and Maria are wearing black today.
Black, yes, because I'm of the opinion. A lot of people say Black Friday matters, but I think all Fridays matter.
I wondered as well. Why is it when it's cheaper, it's black?
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
How's
yeah,
that?
Yeah. Why? I agree with
Exactly.
you, Maria. Why is stuff cheaper? Because it's black.
They tell
Yes.
us brown bread is better than white bread, but it's cheaper.
Yeah.
Yes. The moment everything changes color, like from white into brownish black, then it just kind of goes down, doesn't it? Shouldn't
Yeah.
it be going up?
There's not a trajectory.
It's a-
it's
yes.
descending.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where does this name Black Friday hookah come
There's a
from?
connotation, but nobody's explained it to me. There's
Please.
a specific reason for
While
it.
Kaufi is reading the news,
Come on,
ne?
Maria, you can do
Yeah,
this.
let me give the
please.
history of Black Friday.
And why is everything cheaper on a Black Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
All right, so back in the 1950s, okay, the retail bonanza known as Black Friday is now an integral. Okay, where is that back in?
Don't you want to first
She's
just look forward while we're
Yes.
doing the news?
Okay, go please.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do your homework.
Yeah.
It's like
Thanks for putting me on
confirm your sources. Haven't you been in journalism for some time?
the spot. Wow.
Pot shots.
I'm
Yeah.
not-
Do your research. And here we have Kaufi with the news.
Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
This is Informante Live, and these are our top stories. A 71-year-old man from the Kwe community was killed by an elephant in the Zambezi region on Wednesday morning. Matala Mufata of the Omega-3 village in the Bobwata National Park was walking to his nearby crop field when the animal attacked and killed him. He is the 8th person that has died this year due to wildlife-human conflict. The other deaths were caused by crocodiles killing 4, hippos killing 2, and 1 other by another elephant. Members of the National Executive Committee, the NEC, of the Namibia Bus and Taxi Association, also known as NAPTA, have distanced themselves from a congress supposedly taking place at Okahanya on Thursday. NAPTA's acting president, Jeffrey Platt, issued a statement describing the event as a mafia activity. According to Platt, NAPTA has taken note of illegal activities of former NAPTA president Vespa Munda and a group of associates who are allegedly illicitly using the name and date stamps of NAPTA and organizing an illegal congress at Okahanya. And finally, defense lawyer Trevor Brockhoff, the legal representative of fish rot accused Ricardo Gustavo, in his closing arguments in the bail hearing said that the state's case will fall flat on its face without the testimonies from key witnesses in foreign jurisdictions. The state lawyer further contested before Judge Herman Oosthuizen that currently Namibia does not have the legal instruments in place to compel witnesses in Europe or the Middle East to come testify in Namibia, especially when they run the risk of themselves being charged in the matter. Oosthuizen is expected to give his judgment on the 15th of December 2021 in what will once again be live-streamed on Informante News. Your Trustco share price today, the 26th of November, is at $1.65 per share. Taking a brief look at the financial indicators, the Namibia dollar is trading against the US dollar at 15 Namibia dollars and 90 cents, against the euro at 17 Namibia dollars and 90 cents, and against the British pound at 21 Namibia dollars and 30 cents. This is Informante Live, and these were our top stories. You can find more on our website, which is informante.web.na.
Informante News. Informante News. Firm but fair.
1894 saw a great need for general goods and equipment being brought in from Europe, and thus Vermont Brock was established. Now, 127 years later, we still aim to provide you with an affordable variety of products at easily accessible supermarkets along the coast and in the north of Namibia. Your Vermont, your specials, your supermarkets.
Vielen Dank, Kalfi. Francois, can you just make sure that the sound is okay? Is it all right?
Right.
Can you guys please just comment there on the stream and just to confirm whether you guys are okay with the sound? Because I see there are a few comments here that talks about the sound. And I sincerely hope you didn't miss the news, okay? So, but Kalfi, thank you so much. You asked me a little bit earlier, what am I going to be doing for the weekend?
Yes.
So what are you going to be doing for the weekend?
Well, today I've got an easy day. I'm off for this Friday in a very long time. I kind of kept it that way.
Yeah.
Because I'd like to like to spend some time with my kids. And that's about that. But as you know, the Crooks did win. So we are off at 12 o'clock. Yes. And so at 12 o'clock, I'll be phoning a friend and have a beer around about 3 minutes past 12. I'm going to leave the company at 12, and 3 minutes past 12 I'll be.
Maria, had you iets om te sê?
I don't qualify for that scheme.
Okay, I will explain later
Yeah.
Yes.
why you're not qualifying for.
They're going to listen
Never,
to
as long as I'm here, the crooks are gonna win.
Dankie.
Just know it.
the people that
Dankie.
stay behind in the company. They're going to
In the morning, I
they're going to
already
listen
told
to
you.
80s music,
Didn't you like
like
lose 2
the
times
police.
What?
Didn't you already lose?
Every
2 times?
breath
While
you
I'm here.
take.
Yes.
We
Last
only
week-
lost one.
Yeah, last week you lost, and the
Before
week
that
before
we
your
won.
first weekend here, your first weekend you lost.
Yeah.
The
and
nice
then-
thing about
Also
losing,
lost
you get used to
twice.
it.
Okay, don't
First
count
win.
those. Don't count that. Don't count that.
This is your first win. Like, put it that way.
It's the second win.
First
Yeah.
win.
Okay, but we'll see.
It's your second win.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
You lost the
Whether-
last
Yes.
week.
I go home early.
Whether he wins or loses, he can't take off anyway.
Yeah.
You're still in jail.
Oh yeah, it's true, ne.
Robben Island jail.
Jy kan nie gaan nie, ne.
Yes.
Aram.
Yeah, Biggie Van.
Aram.
I
You've
have
got
to stay with the cops.
yes.
How long is that?
What, a year?
A year, ne?
Is
Yeah.
the whole year?
Yeah, you've got to
I
prove
can't
yourself
even
a Trusco.
attend
Only
year
qualify for
functions,
this.
ne?
Yeah, you've got to be tough to.
You can't even
Be a
attend
Trusconian.
year.
You're not
ne.
considered an employee until you survive that year.
Yeah, yeah.
You
That's how
won't. You
tough
won't
things
even be.
are.
Done with you guys.
You won't even be employee of the year.
Yeah.
You won't be. So just get used to it.
Wanneer gaan Kowie? Wanneer gaan nie?
Nee,
Moet er nog iets wees.
hy-
Gaan Kowie.
Hey, oh, Mitcha.
When, do I give the Black Friday history
Before you go.
Yes,
no,
I
before you
need
go.
to hear
Yeah,
this.
here's
Yeah,
the
all
year.
right.
Yeah.
There's actually two things, right? The first recorded use of the term Black Friday was applied not to post-Thanksgiving holiday shopping, but to financial crisis. So,
Okay.
you know, yesterday was Thanksgiving in America.
Oh, right. Okay, that's
So
the West.
Black Friday is Thanksgiving time, right? Specifically, the crash of the U.S. gold market on September 24th, 1869. Two notoriously ruthless Wall Street financiers, Jay Gould and Jim Fisk, worked together to buy up as much as they could of the nation's gold, hoping to drive the price sky high and sell it for astonishing profits. On that Friday in September, the conspiracy finally unraveled, sending the stock market into a free fall and bankrupting everyone from Wall Street barons to farmers. That's when it was first
Yay.
recorded. But what today is significant, in recent years, okay, no, this one is there's also a myth about the plantation where apparently during this time they would make slaves cheaper, but that was debunked as it's just a myth. It's not
Oh,
true.
okay.
Why? Who debunked it?
I don't know.
Who,
You know that I've
who
read that
decided
story
to
for
The
debunk?
real
years.
history behind Black Friday, which is now significant to the date, however, is not as sunny as retailers might have you believe. Back in the 1950s, police in the city of Philadelphia used the term to describe the chaos that ensued on the day after Thanksgiving, when herds of suburban shoppers and tourists flooded into the city in advance of the big Army-Navy football game held on the Saturday every year. Not only would Philly cops not be able to take the day off, but they would have to work extra long shifts dealing with the additional crowds and traffic. So they called it for themselves. It's Black Friday.
Black Friday. So it's like a negativity thing to it, kind of.
Obviously, anything with black, isn't that what happens?
Yeah. All
I mean,
that
it was a
glitters is
sunny-
not
it
gold.
was a sunny day and
Yeah.
they called it.
But you know that a lot of us like thought that it had something to do with slavery. Like
Ne?
like we were like slaves were sold for cheap, but it's also a double standard. Like, how are you a slave and then you
So
start
it's like-
complaining? Yeah, so you're selling us for cheap.
It's like happy hour. Buy one, get one free.
Yeah.
So,
But you can't complain about that though. It just sounds
yes.
very like it's like a double standard. So we are cheap now. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, but obviously all these days, Thanksgiving, Black Friday,
All this stuff.
Christmas Day, everything.
I wouldn't want a big gondwana today.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Hey, Rovira, F-Sakwana.
Yeah.
Hey, see Ekni.
Yeah.
No,
Gondwana's
they're
great.
they're selling out today.
But
don't want
they've
to
got
be
all the
them.
specials.
They
Yeah.
have all the
Yeah, they
specials.
have
They
these
sold
specials.
over, I think, 4,000. They said tickets or something.
Ja, Rovira is accusing me as komma ek wat al die Gondwana vouchers uitgekoop het. Ja, die mense is naar.
215.
I don't know what the
Vakantie.
price
A
was.
friend of mine literally bought 10 of them and she woke up at 02:30,
Right.
like 2 o'clock early morning, to refresh the page because it crashed at
Die-
some point. The page.
Die page het
So,
gebom.
so just give me those specials quickly. It's like you can stay overnight for $250 or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, very cool.
Shoo.
Hey,
250
very nice.
bucks
She
at
bought-
any
she bought
Gondwana
10
lodge.
tickets, 2,500. I mean, it's so cheap.
Oh
Wow.
my goodness.
Okay, well done, Gondwana. Hope you
I
have
actually
a
need
nice
to call
little...
Manny now live on air.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
It just say no.
Yeah,
But-
let's do that while you're in studio. Why not?
No,
Yeah.
Can't like me and you? We are most like influencers. Like Mary is also an influencer, except for
I mean, I
Kaufi.
don't call myself an influencer.
I'm an
please.
artist. You guys are influencers.
Yeah, I'm also
I'm
an
the
artist.
artist.
I'm a
Come on, Mary,
creative.
just agree with me once. Just let's be on the same page. Just once, me and you. Mary, kom ons weer saam.
This. Whether you can...
Okay,
Right.
Kaufi, gee ons die ander part
No,
van die
I
nuus.
will only do the corona cases once I've got the full attention of Neville. Because this is very important.
You unimportant.
But can you
people
give us
as
the
an
weather at least?
influencer.
Shall I give you the weather?
Yeah,
in the
give me the
meantime?
weather, please.
Okay, the weather for now. In Namibia, the interior partly cloudy and hot to very hot in the Karas region and the northeast with few to isolated thundershowers in the extreme southwest and also northeast. Elsewhere, it's going to be sunny and hot to very hot with a fresh, strong westerly wind in the interior. The coast, partly cloudy and cool with a few showers in the extreme south. The wind, moderate northwesterly to southwesterly. Okay, so for those of you who want to go fishing today, the tide's at Walvis Bay. A low tide this afternoon at 11 minutes to 2. High tide again at 8 o'clock tonight. Then the maximum temperatures for today in Windhoek, it's going to be 30 degrees Celsius. Then going over to the coast, Walvis Bay 23 and Swakopmund 21. To the north of the country in the Zambezi, Katima Mulilo today, 33 degrees with Rundu at 34. More to the west in the Oshivambo region, in Ondangwa 36, Oshakati 35, Ochinene also 35. Ochivarongo today 34 with Riobot at 31. Then in Marintal, the maximum temperatures for Marintal today 39 with Keetmanshoop at 32. Over to the east of the country in Beitepos today 36 and also Gubabas at 36. And that was your weather.
Kaufi, hoekom is onze plekke net so warm?
Dis altyd so warm.
Like, it's amper December, bra.
I
And
know.
onze plekke, like, I don't know what's going on with our side.
have you
Are
filled
we
up
closer
Bush,
to
morning,
your
South
swimming
Africa,
pools?
Morning. Sorry,
No,
lot
South
of
Africa is closer to us.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. We are
You
not
are
defined by
100%
South
right.
We were
Africa.
talking
La
about,
Mure.
just can you give us a little bit of that? You remember we were talking in studio, you're saying that they might be banning?
Yeah. Okay. So let me talk about the coronavirus in terms of SADC
Yeah.
this morning because we picked this up
Oh, yes.
early already. Okay. So let me just explain this to you quickly regarding corona. The Wall Street Journal has reported that South Africa's government is considering new public health restrictions to contain a fast-spreading new variant of the coronavirus that scientists say has a high number of mutations that may make it more transmissible and allow it to evade some of the immune responses triggered by previous infection or vaccination. Here comes the thing. The entire SADC has currently been placed on a red list in terms of flights to Europe. Okay, so what I'm saying, it's been placed on a red list. That is what I know. What I don't know for sure is if we've been restricted from traveling to Europe. That I don't know, but that'll come through during the course of the day. So let's have a look at the SADC region regarding corona. Currently in South Africa, we've got 18,768 active cases. Please take note that we've got how many people living in South Africa? About 65 million, isn't it? And then in Botswana, we've got 532 active cases. In Angola, we've got 195 active cases. And in Namibia, where are we now? Oh my word, I don't have the active cases. The active cases were not reported this morning. That is it, because that's why I've got a 0 here, because it was just not reported. Please remember, yesterday it was 95.
So this report kind of just came in on our news site where it says Namibia put on UK red list again.
Yes.
So say travelers arriving in the UK from several southern African countries, including Namibia, South Africa, Botswana, Lesotho, Zimbabwe, and Eswatini, will have to quarantine amid warnings over a new coronavirus variant.
And Maria, this please, let's not look at it from us flying, let's say, out of here. Now that this warning is up, the Europeans are not going to come in. And you've got to remember, government has made 100 million available to promote tourism. So if this is happening and we've got 100 million available for tourism, you know, it's actually a stuff up, to be quite honest.
There's two significant red lists that we try to avoid. It's the UK one and the Germany one. Germany one more than the UK because that's where most of our tourism market comes from Germany. So right now we're still not on but everybody knows it's usually just a matter of time.
Yes.
When we go on the UK red list, in a matter of weeks, sometimes days, Germany comes out with its own list and puts us on the same list.
Here it comes. If this new variant, with all the different mutations from South Africa, during this time of the year, towards the end of the year, we've got a lot of South African tourists coming in. So if these borders are now going to shut down, you know, we are going to be in real trouble from a tourism and also from a health point of view.
But not Gondwana.
Not Gondwana?
But not Gondwana because
No.
they
Gondwana.
have sold their tickets to the locals.
Yes.
Coffee, I agree we have to avoid the going on the red list for Germany because you guys need to pay us.
Yeah, but
And you guys need to, if we are on the red list, you guys can come and deposit the money for us. Eh?
what about a little internal loan between friends? You know? I mean, you know? Okay,
Maria Aziz says, give that 100 million right here.
Yes. Okay, so with this whole Gondwana special and what, you might as well just give notice on your rent and just move into a Gondwana lodge.
Actually true, eh?
Yeah.
For the month of
come up
December.
Dis goedkoper om by Gondwana in te trek
Ja,
as om in Pioneers Park te bly of in die Cassie.
Is regtig
Is dit vir 'n
goedkoper
hele
in die
maand?
Cassie.
Die Cassie is nie so goedkoop soos ons almal dink.
Nee, Cassie is nie goedkoop nie.
It's
Neville, I just want to know, is it going to be for the whole month? Like the whole of this month?
whenever you redeem
I
it.
figure, whenever you redeem.
Oh,
But-
so
but-
you
but-
could book right now, like you could buy like 1,000 tickets and
Yes.
then you could redeem it like in January or whatsoever.
You know what? That is what we were trying to
Find out, eh?
to find out now. I don't know. Maybe one of the senior managers of Gondwana will call me back so that we can just have a little bit more clarity on that.
Yes.
But it would be interesting to find
Yeah,
out
I
about
would like to do that.
Yeah, ne?
Right, Laddie Whitey cheap.
Yeah, cheap. Duitser.
It's not White Friday, it's Black Friday, so the white man has to leave now again. I understand the whole issue. Have a nice Black Friday.
No. Coffee, I wanted to ask you something. You know the tourist that was found dead?
Yeah,
Like,
the Frenchman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he had, they discovered it was something to do with liver, something.
Liver cirrhosis.
What causes that?
Liver cirrhosis.
Yeah.
What is
It's
that?
when you get half day Friday off and you go drinking. That's what causes liver cirrhosis. No,
Thank
Listen,
you. Get out
I'm
of
not-
our studio. Get
I'm
out.
not.
Bye.
I'm not
Bye-bye.
taking the Friday off. Want ek wil nie liver cirrhosis. Is it liver cirrhosis? Yo. Coffee, enjoy your weekend. Yeah. Mohausi Boli says vouchers valid from the 1st of December to June 2022. Wow.
Yep.
How many active cases do we have in Namibia now? Dim Chim Chisel is asking.
Dion.
Uh-huh.
Is it Dion?
Yeah, Dion Chim Sizzle is asking. Ronnie Joe Kandirikira says Namibia is banned coffee in the UK.
Coming to the UK. Huh?
Coffee. It says coffee. Ek wil net gou hoor. Praat net gou goed
Alright.
daarin.
Says this December, no one from Namibia is coming to the UK. Sorry, guys. You know what, Ronnie? I don't know if I want to go. I don't know if I want to go to the UK. I've heard this green passport that we have now makes it very difficult to enter the UK because of all the Namibians that are immigrating, sometimes illegally to the UK. So anyway, niemand wil UK toe gaan, sowieso.
Wat gaan maak ons even daar?
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna be scrutinized. Is he-
Mary, what do you think about, like, I thought...
Sorry, I just wanted to get clarity. What is it?
Yeah, Tace will call me back now.
Alright, okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Neville, we were talking about the vaccination the other week. And I'm just reading here in the newspaper that about 80% of Namibians are unvaccinated.
80%, yeah?
80%.
Yeah. It's a high Mitch. There's a high number of Namibians who are still unvaccinated. I mean, even you, we had to force you to get vaccinated.
Don't say it like that on air. They
Yeah.
think like, you're like,
Hey, defend yourself.
You know why? Look, the reason why it convinced me, like, if white people are scared of something, you need to know it's dangerous.
Nee.
How come say you wanted the job?
Maria, let me defend myself in my own way, bruh.
Nee, Maria, wag. Maria, let's be quiet, nee? I want to hear him defend himself on this issue.
Okay,
Because let's just make it clear, you know what? When we
Interviewed, yeah.
conducted interviews, okay,
I hate you
for
guys.
this position,
I hate you guys.
yeah.
Like
no,
most
it-
companies, you know you're going to get if you're going to look
Yeah.
for a job in this market right now. One of the interview questions is,
Are you-
have you been vaccinated or not? That's a question. So I mean, this company is not different.
Before I-
Nee, wacht net gauw.
Okay, nee.
Ik wil net sê,
Never like had you for die vraag.
so we asked, I think you asked the question.
No, HR did.
HR asked the question in the interview. So, Mitch, have you been vaccinated? His very comfortable answer was, ek het nog nie tyd gehad nie. I haven't had time yet.
to go
Yeah.
and-
So, since we have that one out of the way, talk now about unvaccinated people.
yeah, because I'm vaccinated now.
Yeah.
Okay, look. To be honest, most of the stuff that I'm doing right now, like I had to go to Germany for the CEP program, like next year, and they're saying that you must have at least 2 vaccinations. Like you must, like if you're not taking the Johnson, so you have to have like at least 2, and then you can get the other one there. So it's part of the requirement.
Like a booster shot.
Yeah, it's part of the requirements, and like she said, it's gonna be one of the questions that you're gonna be asked. And I was like, okay, I come from a very religious background, and I'm like, yo, but I need this. I need this job. I need to go to this program. So what do? Do I get vaccinated or not? Do I lose that because of a vaccination?
So since you say you are from a,
Hoe kom bed jy nie?
Oh my father.
but you say you're from a religious background.
Yeah.
Is there a link between the vaccination and religion?
Look,
From where you come from?
do you know a lot of people like refer to the Bible when we talk about this pandemic and all that? They'll be like, yeah, it's written in it's Ecclesiastes or something, where like the 666, the triple
The mark of the beast.
The mark
Ignatius,
of-
what? It's written in what?
Ecclesiastes. Or what is it? Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. But I see,
Is
I
it
see
right?
this. I see the book. Yeah, I see what you're talking.
So one of the guys actually told me from church, it's written there that you'll be forced to get the mark of the beast. You can only shop with that. You can only travel with that. And somehow you're like, yeah, it's happening.
And you draw the
Yeah.
the parallels.
Yeah, and you're like, it's happening.
Jelle, nee. Ja,
No, I'm
mark
still-
of the beast.
No, but I'm still trying. What is the connotation with religion and not getting vaccinated? I'm still trying to get that connotation.
But that's exactly what it's
in the
saying.
Bible, basically,
No, because I'm also a Christian, but there's no we not.
there is
told-
actually.
There
we're
is.
Not, no, I'm saying as a Christian, my church is not telling us don't get vaccinated because the Bible says you
Yeah.
shouldn't. So I'm just saying like, what is the
Okay.
exact connotation?
Okay, I'll explain it to you this way. The Bible will never tell you don't get vaccinated because in those times there were nothing like don't get vaccinated. They will tell you
There
a
were no
story.
vaccines.
Yeah, they will tell you a story about this and this will happen in the future. They won't say the exact time, but they will be like, yo, there will be something that the government will try to control the people in this way and this way and this way. Don't get that. So
With
that's what.
conspiracy theories.
Yeah. So that's what
Yeah, it's
the
conspiracy
people.
theories.
That's what the people like in churches right now are like. Yo, this is what they're talking about in this book. So if you're gonna get that, and I know a lot of religious people didn't get it because of that.
No, true.
That same reason.
I know.
But you gotta make a decision between feeding your kids and praying.
That's what I was saying. I was saying it the other day in studio. Religions like Jehovah's Witnesses, they're not talking about mark of the beast or whatever. Their rules are quite straightforward. They don't believe in vaccines, not just for COVID. Any type of vaccines.
Yeah.
They don't get. You understand? So that is for me a religion that has straightforward rules. We don't do vaccines. All right.
We pray.
We pray about things, but this one is more like your interpretation of the Bible, mark of the beast, DNSA D, DNSA
Yeah.
da. So that one is, I think, is a little bit more complicated than a straightforward.
Samuel wou vas. Samuel Hendricks says Revelations 13, mark of the beast.
Yeah.
Stephanus James Ananias says, I always believe that it's fine to not know everything, maar Mitch,
It's Galatians.
Jay's dumb. Jay's
Sorry,
dumb away. Maria Aziz says, the way I look right now could not sleep after 3. That's probably have to do with Arama Maria.
definitely
Gondwana. Ja.
Sorry,
Franco
guys.
Jose sê, weet jy hoekom die naam David ontstaan het? Die swart mans is net daar wit onder sy voete. Jy is net daar wit aan jou hande en jy is net daar wit aan jou tande. Goeiemôre net vir Trasco.
Like this is the one time I can officially say I don't understand Afrikaans.
Yeah.
You know what? Franco Jose, thank you very much for your very insightful comment about swart mense met wit tande en wit voete. Yeah, maar give us a little bit more context what you're talking about. Hey, yeah. Apparently, there's one guy here on our stream who surely has liver sclerosis.
Oh, we know who that is.
Yeah.
No
Yeah.
names.
This is what Ro Vera says.
Yeah.
Nee, ek sal sê, Teshon J had liver sclerosis or sclerosis.
You know
Come and defend yourself.
You know
Never-
what's so interesting about Teshon? People that know him say he actually doesn't drink that much. It's just his brand.
It's just his, yeah.
It's a brand.
Teshon is I mean, for the few times that that we've met, a very cool guy, very very nice guy, and he does not strike me as a guy that drinks as much as he talks bullshit about drinking.
Never kom ek maak dit net reg. Is Galatians.
Galatiërs.
Galatians.
Is it not Revelations they said?
No, like I
Openbaring.
said Iglesias, nee, and that was wrong. It's
But
Galatians.
but Galatiërs is the Afrikaans name. Iglesias is English.
So it's right.
No, but somebody corrected you. It's Revelation.
Revelations.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Openbaring.
Openbaring.
Yeah, Openbaring is Revelations.
Yeah.
Okay, so
gaan, man.
so true. Yes. In conclusion to this issue, yes, I know a lot of church people who are stupidly highly religious.
How can you
who
say they're
be-
stupid? They have the book that tells you this stuff.
Okay, it's their book. It's all right. There
They-
are many books. Yeah. Maar that's all right. You know what? Your mother is as Bekir as my mother. We are both Christian.
Yeah.
We're not gonna fight about that one. Ek weet, ons sal nie ophou nie.
Het julle nie wisdom van Gary gister gevat? He said when him and his family come together, they don't discuss politics and religion.
True. No, but it's always nice to
Never
discuss.
ends. It always ends in tears.
Ja. Oké, kom ons voor ons gaan nou weg. Ek change net die topic.
Ja.
Hoe voel je how do you feel about a female Santa Claus? It's almost like festive season, so
Yeah.
how do you feel about a female
I hope you're
Santa
not gonna
Claus?
make BJ jokes. like
Ah,
you said
no.
yesterday.
It's
What
fine.
is BJ jokes?
Okay, can I give
I
you my
don't even-
opinion? Yeah, I'll give you my opinion. About a female Santa Claus,
Yeah, how do you feel about it? Because it's something that's happening right now.
it's almost like you're asking a white man, how do you feel about a black Santa Claus? I have no issue with a female Santa Claus because, in the first place, you know what, Mitch? The older I get, ne, all this European bullshit, I'm filtering through it. So there are some of the European stuff in my personal life that I keep, which is tradition. Some I just discard the older I get.
Yeah.
So Santa Claus in the first place, ne, does not do it for me anymore. My kids are getting older, okay? So I don't need to pretend that Santa Claus exists in the first place, but I'll play along.
You just
Verstaan jy?
missed an element. You said, "What do you feel about a female Santa?" It's happening
I'll
right
give you
now.
context.
Nee,
What
maar,
is
maar.
the reference?
Yeah, I'll
Nee,
give you
nee,
the
maar-
context. I'll give you the
maar-
context.
you can give me the
Ek
context,
is alright. But if you do ask me whether I agree with a female Santa Claus, I have no problem with it. I think a female Santa Claus, you know, the red, you know, and white, it's sexy, it's beautiful, giving presents. I have no problem with this female Santa Claus. And your question is?
No, the context is this. So you know, like in Europe, they have these companies that actually people rent out Santa Clauses. So the black Santa Claus thing as well. So was also a problem.
Yeah,
So
I know.
and then the feminism group, they are like, yo, so we want a female Santa Claus as well. So why are you not including female Santa Clauses?
Okay.
So I read about that on Onage Pranks and what, and this guy actually called the company as a black dude, and then as a female, and he was like, it was like a prank call, like Onage Pranks, just check it out.
Oh,
And they were
Onage.
like, yeah, and they're like, and the lady that answers like, the black Santa Clauses are not in demand as white Santa Clauses.
Okay.
And what? And this guy was trying to like push them to the point of like, why are we not inclusive?
Yeah.
And then he called as a female. He does this. He's a voice
I know
actor.
the
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah. So
I
then he
listened
called
to
as a female, and then this girl, the lady that answered, the same lady, she was in shambles. Like when she was like, a lady asked like, yo, so we also want to be Santa Claus. So why can't there be a female Santa Claus? So I was just asking in that context.
What is your take?
I think they should be elves.
Oh, okay.
They look better in the elf clothing.
They should be elves.
Yeah.
Now elves are. Oh, I see.
The
elves.
assistants.
Okay, but so why can women not be afforded to be Santa Clauses?
I just say they look nice in the clothing, like the outfit.
Okay.
Santa Claus
so
is
they
like
should not be.
devil.
Santa
We have
Clauses.
Father Christmas here. Like in Africa, we know Father Christmas. We don't know Santa
Mother
Claus.
Christmas.
Yeah. So I'm just like, elves always do it, but like the picture you have as you're growing up is like, elves. The ladies are the elves, you know.
Okay. Okay.
What do you think, Mary?
This conversation is not on my pay grade. I'm
No, no,
sorry.
no, no.
no.
You see what I
can't,
do,
I
ne?
can't. I'm sorry, I have no opinion. There, that's my opinion.
Okay, Mary,
Right.
would you want to be a Santa Claus or elf?
Jy soek kak. Ja.
Ek vra maar net. Ek vra maar net.
Right. Can we?
JJH says, women talk to the mic so we can hear you. I don't know, whatever. Mitch, eto Mitch, dis nou Jurgen Keise. Eto Mitch, ken jy nie wat BJ jokes is nie? Dit sê wat kwetu mukuru wanje. Atushe Namweya, did you guys speak or spoke about Trasco JSE issue? I missed it. Do you want to speak about it? Is there a specific question that you want to ask about it? Because you know what, we spoke about it briefly yesterday, and we said, you know what, today's Friday, we did issue a press release during the week as a response to the JSE's ruling. You can catch our response on our website. It's in different medias. We did send a press release out to all media houses. So as we said yesterday, we obviously don't agree with the ruling, and that is basically, that's normal business practices. You believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. We'll find a middle ground as to how we're going to move forward in
Where
this
can they,
regard.
just again repeat, where can they access the press release?
They can access the press release on the Trasco Group website.
There you go.
That's where you can access it. And yes, if you Google the Namibian, the New Era, all of them were running the story as our response to the JSE ruling. So, yeah, that's basically what it is. Jurgen Geiseb says, can we just agree that Santa Claus is Western culture? I agree with you,
In
Jurgen.
fact, Coca-Cola.
Yeah, his
Started.
outfit alone is not practical in our heat. I thank you. Okay. En in watter chimney sal hy inklim? I thank you.
Het ons dit.
Yeah. Jürgen Kaiseb, an old man who flies around the world in one night. That's Tokoloshi in Africa. Yes. Nonsense. We shall not be given nonsense
An
about
old
Santa
man that
Claus.
lets kids sit on his lap.
No, that's not good. So, guys, we will still be waiting. Hopefully, Gondwana will come back to us and so that we can get a little
But
bit of clarity
Yeah.
on.
Congratulations on that. Those that got hold of.
Yeah,
No, it was like
Congratulations.
No, I must congratulate them because apparently that was not maklik nie. Systems were crashing. People stayed up. You are reading Maria my Mbushe that stayed up 3 o'clock. Her eyes are red now. She barely slept trying to get those tickets. And some people obviously walked away empty-handed. It was not easy, but I think they gave.
Was there like a time frame?
Yeah.
do it?
Yeah, there was. It's Black Friday specials. I think there were two packages: the 250 and I think a 450 higher package. You had to go in the system and also make payment there, but it was just, I think people got their confirmation text already, so if you didn't get one, you obviously didn't manage. But yeah, that was it's what I didn't try, but what I'm reading on social media, it looked like one of those, when they opened game for Black Friday and people were falling on top of each other.
Oh, yeah.
It was like that, but on the internet for like Gondwana tickets.
Okay, Maria, if you had bought those tickets, like where would you go? Like the Gondwana lodges, where would you go?
No, Gondwana is absolutely amazing lodges. I think I would even be happy to go to any of them. I mean, if you look at, without promoting them here, it's just the fact of a matter is they've got, like King Nahale is good, they've got that Desert Whisper, they've got, what is the other one that you and Vajila Kamar had dealing? Yeah, and last.
Desert Whisper.
Desert Whispers.
Vajila Kamar
Desert Haze. No, they've got. I think it's one of the groups that has amazing lodges, whichever one you go for. So yeah, I can imagine why they were in demand.
You were really reading my mind here, Mitch, because it was one of the questions that I wanted to ask you guys. I think in light of the festive season coming up now, we will all be hopefully doing a lot of traveling. And we all have our different preferences as Namibians where to go. And it is so important to sell ourselves as Namibians. I think the fact that a lot of us decided not to travel because I think we spoke the other day about the costing of COVID tests. If you want to travel abroad or if you want to travel outside the country, the financial impact just on your pocket.
And the unpredictability, by the way, you're talking about now we're on the red list. And I imagine you had already purchased your ticket to go to the UK,
Hello.
like in January, in
Portugal.
December. And now, Jace Khase, they can't. Or you can still go, but you would have to quarantine. Let's say you just took a 10-day holiday. But now you have to quarantine for 10 days. So
Yeah.
in 10 days, you're going to be in a hotel, stuck, not being a tourist. So it's those things, it's unpredictable, but at least domestically, you're protected.
Maria Aziz, Taishon, Franco Jose, Rose, Stefanus, James Ananias, JJH, Camilo Helao, Jaimene, Atushe, Jürgen Geisep. Tell us, guys, all of you on the stream here this morning, Stefanus, James Ananias, where is your preferred holiday destination in Namibia and why? Why?
Yeah. Let me read, while we wait for those, let me read Franco Jose's answer. It says UK HSA is investigating a new variant. More data is needed, but we are taking precautions now. From noon tomorrow, 6 African countries will be added to the red list. Flights will be temporarily banned and UK travelers must quarantine. Hypocrisy from the United Kingdom. We all know the winter has commenced in Europe, yet they want to pinpoint African countries as the reason why there is a high number of new variant strains. Majority of tourists flock from Europe to Africa, and SADC leaders get bullied to take the blame. Interesting time. So once winter starts, who are we going to blame for the high rate of COVID numbers? I understand what Franco is trying to say. I also don't like that Africa is getting a portion of the blame, but I mean, I think this is just Europeans trying to protect themselves. But also, I just wanted to say it's been debunked that COVID is seasonal. Let's get out of that mind frame that it's a winter thing, that surges during winter. I mean, even the our health minister was at pains yesterday to give us examples when we were having 600 plus cases at the peak of our COVID. We were in warm weather. It was not during winter weather. So I think he gave examples of 3 highest cases that we've had when we were, like I said, in excess of 600 infected daily. Remember when we were going through that? That was not what we consider winter months for Namibia. And so it just goes, even South Africa, if you look at the history of South Africa, I mean, COVID history, their surges were not necessarily happening in winter. They're saying the common cause is human behavior. That's what surges. So when you find countries or citizens becoming lax about the measures like social distancing or wearing masks or sanitizing, they become more lax, and then they gather in crowds without masks, without all this. This is when the surges happen. It's not necessarily just in winter. I think with winter, it's obviously just easier because, people think it's like a flu where, during the weather, and here they're saying because we tend to be more together or lumped up or doors closed in winter. But in Africa, we're not seeing necessarily a surge with winter. So we might see a surge going into December because of human behavior. So human behavior is what is causing the surges.
Yeah, for me, I hope I'll be proven wrong, because my mindset still is that COVID peaks during winter time. That is because I remember when during June, July, when it was the summer period of Europe. You could clearly see that as a country, Europe was open, and the cases did not seem to be that high. Suddenly, when the winter months started to kick in, whoop, there was an escalation in coronavirus cases. So I think a lot of people said that, our 4th wave will be coming in December.
Okay, let me read a little bit. Okay, just by the way, I think European also, it depends which European countries. Germany had a lockdown for 3
For
or
a
4
long
months.
time.
That was not during winter season.
Okay.
All right, but anyway, COVID not a seasonal virus, Shangula. Because COVID-19 symptoms are similar to that of flu, many believe it spreads faster or is prominent during winter. However, Health Minister Dr. Kalumbi Shangula said it is a myth that COVID-19 goes away during the hot season, as past events have proven that the pandemic is not a seasonal one. Namibia experienced 3 COVID-19 waves so far. Infections, the first wave peaked at 316 new infections in a single day on 13 August 2020. Namibia was already experiencing high daily temperatures at the time. The second wave of COVID-19 peaked on 13 December 2020, when we registered 683 new cases. That time, Namibia experienced high daily temperatures as it was very hot, said Shangula. During the third wave, Namibia registered the record high number of new COVID-19 infections of 2,547 cases in a single day on 24 June 2020. That was towards the end of winter in the country. It follows, therefore, that COVID-19 transmission takes place anytime, under any condition, under any weather condition. The intensity of transmission is driven by human behavior, by human interaction. Continued Shangula, and so the story goes.
Okay. Manny Goldbeck of Gondwana just called me back. I would like to just to give Manny a call, and so that we can just quickly just have a quick chat with Manny and hear what he has to say about
Let's go for it.
about this Gondwana issue. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear.
Okay.
I'll pull up the sound there.
Good morning.
Morning, Neville.
Mr. Manny Goldbeck, you are joining us live on Informante Live or the Morning Mix. You know what, Manny, as I said to you a little bit earlier, we would have loved to just to quickly, speak to you about, and we were checking our stream this morning, and the comments and the cries were all about Gondwana. Manny, if you can maybe just quickly indulge us a little bit as to the promotion that you guys are running at the moment.
Yeah, it's a Black Friday promotion. We had different categories, and we never thought that the demand was so big for Gondwana accommodation, and within 4 minutes everything was taken up. And it's amazing, and of course there will be people upset because they got up early. They also wanted to get a voucher, and not everybody was possible, but those who did get vouchers were happy. And of course some people will be unhappy, but we never thought it's going to be such a success. Within 4 minutes.
Come on, Manny. This is Gondwana we're talking about. What do you mean you never thought it's going to be? You guys are extremely popular.
That's true, and maybe it's a humbleness in me, but still, we're very grateful. And what a success for us, but I also feel for those people who didn't manage to get a voucher. Getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, Manny, how many vouchers were on offer?
I think the total value of vouchers, I give it, I think it's between 5 and 7 million.
Excuse me?
Yep.
The value.
So the team is still busy sending out the vouchers now, and that's what I can say. I can't tell you how many vouchers it was. I haven't got the number on my fingertips, but it was massive. Yeah.
And these vouchers are valid for between the 1st of December and I believe June 2022.
That's right, Neville.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many, what do you do? What will you guys do? Let's say somebody does not come and claim the vouchers that they do say or did intend to use. Oh, sorry. How did the process work? They had to pay online already, so it's paid.
Yes, and then we sent the voucher to them.
Sorry, Manny. Mary in studio here. I'm just reading on your social media. It says you had 10,220 vouchers on
See, you
demand.
better put that than me.
Yeah, and and everything is sold out. Was sold out within minutes. I mean, I think we were talking just before we had you on air. We're talking about Namibia now being on the red list in the UK and whatever. Do you guys feel you've made a great decision encouraging like domestic travel?
Yes, it is. Look, there are a few foreigners who also, but it's mainly local people who bought it.
Okay.
And we will give a final stats out, exactly who bought what and so on. I think the final category, the Whisper and the villa, the houseboat villa, I think some of them were still available, but all the other categories were sold out quickly.
Okay, what was the rate, especially when it comes to the Whisper? Do you have any idea what the rate was?
Look, the normal rate is 14,000 for a couple, so I'm not sure what the rate now is.
Yeah, there are certain people here in the studio who are making serious allegations against me, saying that I shared a room with Lazarus
But you did.
at the Whisper.
They went as a couple, man. It's okay. You
Can
don't
you
have
please
to answer.
debunk this rumor, Manny?
Yeah,
Many don't do it.
Yeah, Lazarus was very much against it, so it's not true.
Manny, you know what? I'm not asking you for anything ever again.
Okay, Neville, it's so great, and we're so grateful, Gondwana, for all the people who support us, and for those who didn't get a voucher this time, there will be a second time.
Yeah, try next Black
Yeah,
Friday.
definitely. So to all our viewers and listeners who's watching the show at the moment, that was Mr. Manny Goldbeck.
Can I ask Manny something?
Yeah, please ask a question.
Manny,
Yes.
it's Mitch here, Big Mitch. You might not know me because you probably owe me. But here's the thing, Manny. I'm an influencer. And I want, something free to travel. How can we work on that? And then I pay you through exposure.
Mitch, we had a lot of influencers already.
Yeah, that's it. In your muren.
Who are
That's it.
actually known.
Thank you.
Kom laat Manny me antwoord.
Nee, het klaar geantwoord.
If you have to introduce yourself, you are not
Are
the
you one of
influencer.
those who leave when your wife and Natasha, is it?
Ja!
Wait.
Mitch? Okay.
2-0.
I'm sorry.
alright,
I'm
let's
sorry.
finish.
I'm sorry.
It's klaar.
Manny, I'm sorry.
Manny, thank you so much for joining us instinctively without preparing for this, because our viewers and our listeners were really up in arms on our show as we speak about these Gondwana tickets. But I believe you guys are doing a fabulous job out there, and the fact that you guys give Namibians the opportunity to see their own country.
Yeah.
With the platform that Gondwana is offering is remarkable. Manny, thank you so much for coming through. Any last words?
Neville, can I add just, look, this is not a once-off for Gondwana. We normally got our Gondwana card, so this one is a discount on a discount almost. So we got 100,000 Gondwana card holders. This is a huge amount, and in normal circumstances, they take part in those, or they make use of a Gondwana card. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, guys, if you hear what Manny is saying, there's an opportunity to get discounts through the Gondwana loyalty card. So please go to the offices of Gondwana, make use of it. It's definitely a platform that you can go and use, and you know what? Make use of the discounts that we get through Gondwana.
Yes.
Good.
Manny, thank you so much.
Manny.
Thank you so much.
Me, I'm not gonna
Have a
say
good day.
Me, I'm done with Manny. Oh, Neville, kom ons praat oor die storie.
Nee.
Kan ons oor dit praat?
Nee, jy's geslat 2-0 voor halftime. Ja.
Kom ek. Come say it's right. An influencer is
Yeah.
somebody you say, Manny, this is Mitch, and then he says, what is your full stage name, Mitch? What?
Big Mitch.
And then he says, oh, Big Mitch. You understand?
Then
Then
he
you
already
know.
knows.
Look,
If you have to say, hi, Manny, this is Mitch, Big Mitch, you
Hello?
know, you might not know me,
Hello.
but hey, you've already
never.
lost.
It's 30 minutes as half 10, bruh. Manny was probably just in his sleep, and I know he knows me. Manny knows me.
Neville called Manny. He said, hi, Manny, this is Neville. He said, oh, Neville Basson. All right, let's keep it moving.
Moenie worry nie, my bro. You know what?
There's influencers and then there's influencing.
Stephanus James Ananias, Opa Neville, I once spent a week in the Skeleton Coast there by Terrace Bay. I can't wait to do it again. That was baie bevok. Okay, Stephanus James. Estomish says, Africa has funny leaders. When Europe has lockdown, they want tourists to come. When Africa has locked down, Europe ban Africa. Wake up. So, yeah, that's what Estomish is saying. Emilia Magorges says, Whisperer, it's 8,775, just to be specific. Yeah, ne? Jürgen Gay said, no, what is Otniel's mentality now? Not really, Maria. Manny is not on the socials. Manny is the wrong person. The marketing team might just know who Mitch is. Yeah, that's
When I
also
look at
that's
me-
also true,
Yeah,
Ro.
They know
Because
me at Gondwana, man.
because I know Manny is a guy who completely stays off social media.
But he knows who Neville Basson.
Yeah, it took
Let me
many
win.
years.
Let me have this win, Mary. Let me
Yeah.
have this one win. Let me just win. Can I have this one, please?
Tyshon sê Mitch, relax. Jy word by Maria se bar geken. So, dit is waar jy geken word, okay?
So, by the way, this is the second time people are saying Meme Maria. Who's Meme Maria? Oga?
Ja,
Ek skuld baie geld.
skuld jy baie geld. Waar is Meme Maria se plek? Skuld jy baie geld?
You owe
Vat jy op
us
skuld?
an SME money.
Hey, hey, hey.
Asseblief gaan betaal jou
Ah,
rekening daarvoor,
Ek sal
Maria.
gaan
That is
betaal. Ek
unacceptable.
sal gaan betaal.
Meme
Gaan
Maria
Shanga.
vat die geld wat sy daar maak is om haar kinders kos te gee. Gaan
Ja.
betaal jou dit asseblief.
I will pay. I will pay.
Ja, jy het gepay gister.
But
That
Mary
is
Maria's
Maria.
not on the social media, so I know she won't hear me saying I'll pay. So I'll say I'll pay.
Dion Shimsizzle says, I disagree that COVID goes away during summer. However, I do believe in winter it's more active because it survives in the cold, and that's when it's deadly. I mean, it was clear with all the COVID-related deaths we had during the winter season. Lag, hoekom sit julle Mitch se ligte so af, guys? Nee, hy het sy eie ligte afgesit. Is nie ons nie.
It's Maria.
Ja, Franco Jose.
Sorry, as many.
As many.
Many at jou.
'n ligte afgesit.
Many ken me. Never you ken many ken me. Many was in his slap. He was like.
Yeah, no. Many will text me now and say,
Is it-
"Oh, is it that Mitch?"
Yeah, please.
will,
man.
you
And
will.
he must screenshot it so we show the.
Yes. And we'll find out if you are the guy, the typical guys like many is asking who goes to Etosha. Yeah.
Can I throw a stone in the Osana? Osona, do we say Osana?
Osona.
Osana.
Osona.
Oshana.
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 Can I throw a stone in Oshana?
Yeah, please do.
Okay, so like many were saying that. So you know, like typical dudes, they believe that if you take a girl to Etosha,
Sit, draai die mic so.
if you take a girl to Etosha, you guys agreed and you go there. Like the guy that left, it's not me. The guy that left the girl there because he asked like for 2 days, and
Yeah.
she was like, "No, we are friends," and
Yeah.
the guy just left. And there was a whole lot of like mixed feelings about that. Like I'm just throwing the stone in. Julle moet nou praat daaroor. I'm like, how do we feel about that? About that
How do you
situation?
feel about it? Why,
Yeah.
why don't throw us in your
Yeah.
stories? How do you feel about it?
Yeah, say us who J fool.
Me in I
As a
would-
bra.
as a bra, I would not take a woman that I just know for a week or what, or just to go sleep with her there. I would not do that. I would go with somebody I know I'll go have a nice time with.
So you cannot
So-
have what is a nice time?
Like, a nice time is, I would be liable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I know
Level.
we should already be in that field. Not me saying, yeah, let me take you to Etosha and then I go force you for that now again. Nah, it should already be like, we already doing this, and when we get there, it's just part of the package.
Aha.
You see, so now you're calling up a girl at Chicago's, and then you're telling the girl, like, let's go to Etosha next week.
Uh-huh.
And then, some of the girls, when you come there, she'll be like, nah, I'm just here to, enjoy myself, eat your money and go. And now you are there like, hey, so we are not, you think we are friends? We didn't come here as friends. How can I take you to Etosha and you think we are friends?
Uh-huh.
Staying in the same room.
Uh-huh. Maar ek het jou mos gister verduidelik nee. I explained I took mevrou who was my girlfriend at the time
Yeah.
over 20 years ago. I took her to Swakop. And we were in that little confined room. Nee? I think we left the Friday morning. We arrived there. I obviously, you read the room. I could see Friday, it's not going to happen. Saturday, I read the room. It's not going to go down. I remember Lazarus called me the Sunday morning, asking me, no, my bro, so hoe lyk die dinge? Ek sê nee, maar hierdie dingetjie is stram, But then again, you know what? I didn't force myself on her. Okay, I respected her because she was and is and will always be a beautiful woman and a woman with integrity.
Yeah.
So
Shout out to Mafromos.
yeah, and I remember when we left Swakopmund, I even delayed the driving back. Maybe
After breakfast.
Morning something.
iewers sal dit gebeur.
Oggendakkedes.
Oggendakkedes.
Niks.
Nope. I'm telling you, we left 4 o'clock that Sunday afternoon. I dropped her off at 7 at the mother's house, and 21 years later,
You got something.
I get so many mixed messages from like you guys, right? Like the one element is, yeah, Fata Cherry, Etosha too, she must give me. You're expecting her to give you sex. That's essentially what you guys are implying. And then the other side is like, women are too easy. You understand? So it's almost damned if you do them. If you go to Etosha and you try and say, you know what, we're still getting to know each other. So let us not do that. Let's not go there while we're getting to know each other. Yeah, but say, did you think you're coming here for a free, or using your words,
Yeah.
"Make geld te eet."
Yeah.
But the other side is if you take her there and you sleep with her, tomorrow you are the one running around with her name, talking about how she's so easy. All you had to do was take her to Etosha to get some. So it's like, there's no consistency in the messages. And I get you. By the way, most people don't know this, but my current partner, our first date, I would say was at a lodge. And nothing happened. And he was respectful enough. Even he didn't want anything to happen because he's thinking, okay.
But you
let's-
wanted. How do you know he didn't want? Did you do the
He's
move?
my partner. You don't think we communicate?
Oh, okay. Huh?
Yeah,
Okay.
you don't have to make a move to know something. It's something, going to a lodge to get to know each other better, to spend. I'm a mother, so you're not going to get to know me at my house. I've got
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
just to spend quality time together to get to know each other. But it was already clear before going there that this is not going to be sexual.
Okay.
And I like that because this is a person that,
Mike.
this is a person that stayed true to their word. You know, nothing happened, didn't even try to put me in a position where I have to say no. He stuck to his word, like we're just going there to get to know each other. And we return as adults knowing each other better. And I appreciate people like that. And I can almost guarantee you, had something happened as well, he's not going to go around saying, Daicheri is still maklik. So I need you to get out of that mind frame of, kom Etosha to my geld te eet. There you can still have a good time with somebody without having sex with them. You can still have a quality time. You talking about Mefro, you saw the value in her. And if you have sex, it's just a bonus, really. It
Yeah.
should just be a bonus. It shouldn't also devalue her. But if you don't have sex, it also shouldn't. You shouldn't see it as somebody using you. So I need, guys. I need you guys to start thinking a little, like to just adjust your thinking a little bit, because it's almost like now women is damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Yeah, but you say damn if you do, damn if you don't. Also,
Yeah.
when we were damn if you do, damn if you don't 2 days ago, what did we discuss? If you
It was about slut shaming about a woman that goes with you and has consensual sex, and then tomorrow she's a whore.
Yeah.
It's again that damned if you do, damned
damn-
if you
Never.
don't. that I'm
I
saying.
hate that.
Fuck
that
it, huh?
yeah.
damn if you do,
Yeah,
damn
that's
if you
what I'm
don't.
saying. If
Yeah.
a woman, if I give it to you the first night, I'm damned because tomorrow I guess
Yeah,
Yeah.
ek word na me gegee.
yeah.
And if I don't, he say hierdie girl wou net my geld geëet het. Ek het haar drinks
Ja.
gekoop. Sy het na my huis toe gekom, ons het hierso ek het haar moet gepop and whatever, and she still wouldn't sleep with me. She just wanted to use me. Still damned if you don't. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's because, and it comes down to just the mentality of how we perceive women. It's like, what do you guys want? Do you want women to hold out, or do you want them to give it? You can't. And if they give it, they are sluts. And if they don't give it, they are using you for your money. Make
Besluit, wat
Kijk,
vind julle?
luister.
Julle jong manne.
Never. I agree with it, and that's the double standard that I hate about us men. Like, like she said, like, we would want her to give it out the first day or whatsoever. We want that, and we as if we like gonna pursue or put her in the position that she also like feels like that or so. But then if she gives it, we go like says maklik.
Says easy.
Yeah. But at the same, that's a double standard that I hate about us. But look at this.
Yeah,
There
we
are
are,
people
yeah.
that agree that they want this thing to go on after this night or after this week. So you probably knew already, like, oh, I'm going to be in a relationship with this partner of mine. And there are people that meet at clubs that just are having fun, popping like Hennessy and what. And the girl is also just like, okay, I'm just drinking with this guy and what. And like those two, I don't believe they even agreed on something. It was just during a whole Sunday session and all that thing that they end up there. See? And then he was kind of pushing to that. And then she's like, no, but we are not at this level. And he's like, so je wil my geld drinken, je wil it. Then he left her there.
Franco Jose says, Mitch, don't contradict yourself. Ons verstaan jou.
Asseblief.
Tangeni with the capital says, Ano, is today's show an omnibus? We already had this meeting.
well, the person that introduced the topic wasn't
Yeah,
here when
yeah.
we were
Yeah,
having
oh, yeah,
this
yeah,
meeting.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah.
the family meeting was, by the way, they're correct. We've already had this family meeting.
yeah.
Oh.
But it's fine,
Yeah,
you know
but
what?
it's you introduced. It's not a problem.
Yeah.
You're not there. So.
Yeah, so you know what? If we do omnibusing, we also omnibus on
Other
fish
topics,
rot.
yeah.
Okay? So we don't have a problem if we
As a
omnibus on
frango,
fish
as a
rot.
frango.
No,
Yeah.
it was Tangeni.
Yeah, it was Tangeni with a capital. Vedika Yere says, I had the same experience as Maria. I instantly respected that man. On the other hand,
Yeah.
most men feel very entitled to a woman's body. Maria Tashon says, Maria Aziz, I'm sending the invites and Franco Jose says, much is from Namatin. Things are done differently, Maria. Sources can't be exploited. I guess that's why he, with the motion to say, you are eating my money, open up the gates of heaven to be awarded for his efforts. Yeah.
Jurgen says heterosexual relationships are just too much. My rainbow community, ons het nie issues nie. Smash and pass. All right.
Wie is hy?
Jurgen. Jurgen, I was
So-
speaking in third person.
Jurgen Keisep, so Jurgen, if I may ask, if you say my rainbow community ons het nie issues nie, are you gay? It's a normal
Yeah,
question.
it's a normal
he
question.
kind of implied that he is.
Yeah, but you know
But
what?
we need to
we
know.
are family here. You know
We need
what?
to
We,
know.
we openly speak
Are you
about
gay?
it.
Me?
Ah.
No.
Are you bisexual?
No.
And that's what I'm saying. You know what? I'm heterosexual. Jurgen, are you gay? Yes, no? And if you
Let
say
us
And
know
feel
so
free
we
if
know.
you don't want to answer that as well.
yeah, but is it a problem if he answers? Or
No, I'm saying
is it an inappropriate question to ask?
No, it's not an inappropriate, because I don't think you're doing it in a malicious
yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
can be a malicious question, but of course you're not asking it in a malicious way. But I'm also just putting a disclaimer about, also feel free not to answer that question, because
But-
sometimes in the community we live, sometimes people are not ready to reveal that.
Okay, look at this. Maria, this is the problem that I have. Why can't I ask a gay person if they're gay?
Because of discrimination and what they're
But you
subjected
can
to.
ask me if I'm straight.
Most
or
people
you
don't.
you can just make up your mind he's straight.
Yeah,
But I can ask you if you're gay. Why?
what is, there's a difference between assuming somebody's gay and asking them if they are gay. It's the same as, is a difference between somebody assuming you're
Moenie met jou
heterosexual.
mond luister nie.
Luister wat ek
Yeah, if somebody is talking, wag, laat die persoon klaar praat.
and heterosexual
That's the
people
problem.
and heterosexual people don't get discriminated for being heterosexual. So
Neville calls me a damara. And do you know how many stereotypes are around damaras?
but if you don't like
But
it,
I'm
you
a
tell him.
damara.
But
No,
you-
why would I tell him that? He knows I'm a damara. I'm a proud damara. I'm mixed. So if somebody says divambu, why should I be angry about that?
I would be angry.
But then you want to have a gay pride month, but you're not proud of being gay.
But who says they're not proud to be
Look,
gay?
if you are scared of people discriminating against you, né? And you're like, okay, people discriminate against me, but I want to be proud, I want to be free. And I come to you and I ask you to treat you as an equal. Like, so are you gay? So I know that you're gay, and this is how I can treat you from here, because I know people are discriminating against you. And I know I have to stand by you from this point onwards. So if I ask you that and you go offensive on me, like, so why do you have to ask me if I'm gay?
Okay, you want me to break it down for you?
Yeah.
Firstly, why should you know somebody's sexual orientation to decide how you're going to treat them?
Probably I
You
want to
should-
sleep
you
with
should,
them.
you should treat people the same, whether they're heterosexual or homosexual, right? So it's an irrelevant question. Secondly, to ask, in a highly homophobic society, I am surprised, or I think you're just being obtuse to pretend that you don't know why people would have an issue revealing that. That's like asking if I'm HIV positive. Yes, I'm HIV positive. But if you ask me, are you HIV positive or not? Of course, I'm going to think twice whether or not to tell you I'm HIV positive, because people who are HIV positive get discriminated against. That's a society we live in. It's the same with homosexuality. So therefore, people might not be forthcoming. That's not to say that they're not proud. That's just to say that the level of discrimination they might face with revealing that information might be a danger to them. So they need to assess the situation. And then, thirdly, there is asking if somebody's homosexual to know, like he asked. It's not in the, and then there is definitely ways in which you ask if somebody's homosexual to decide what level of respect you're going to give them. Unfortunately, in most instances, it's not asked in a polite way or to treat them better. It is quite literally to discriminate you. And lastly, I'm very offended that you would compare you as somebody assuming that you're heterosexual to somebody assuming somebody else is homosexual, because we know homosexuals and heterosexuals don't get treated the same. So please don't ever
Can I make
compare
my
the
point
two.
after this? Can
Yeah,
I make
sure.
my point?
Let
Let
me
me make my point.
The floor is yours.
Firstly, listen. You are just putting things out there that I didn't even ask. Neville didn't even ask. Like, he asked it in a polite way.
And I've
So,
acknowledged that.
Yeah, he asked it in a polite way.
And I acknowledge that.
And then you were trying to put it in a narrative that it's not polite. And that's what I hate. That's what I hate. Look here. I had a lot of friends. I
we
had
are
a lot of
listening.
friends. I had a lot of friends that came out to be homosexual that I was at school with. And then we had these topics as we're speaking, like, you know, as guys we're standing there, and then we'll just start talking about and making jokes about. And I didn't know they were gay. But me knowing they were gay, like if I asked him like personally, so are you gay? Are you attracted to men? And he's like, yo, I'm attracted to men. Don't you think that would have been better? And
Why?
not him doing. It's not that we asked to treat people differently. We just want to know. Okay, so I know you're attracted to men. I know. So when we go out there, I can be a wingman.
Can you acknowledge that
Sorry,
homosexual get treated
listen.
negatively? No,
Yeah,
I just
I
asked
do,
him.
I do,
All right, so you know
I
that.
do.
All right, that's
I
the
do,
first
but
thing.
don't put it on everybody.
But
Because
Mitch,
I don't treat them like that.
Mitch, first of all, don't be unfair to me. I've acknowledged that his question was innocent. So to say that I was trying to twist that into something
You
is
did.
not.
You actually did twist it.
I never did. I twist it or not. Don't do that. It's not
You did twist it.
No.
Kan ek net gou
Absolutely not.
comments lees?
I
Brett, look,
acknowledge that.
Bradley Kuvisep says, why is Maria taking things personally, Hano? Bradley says, let Mitch have his stance. Please don't try to confuse the guy with your ideology, Maria. As a belief, Taishon, you want, Maria took out the founding father finger. Vedi Kayere says,
That's how I talk, by the way.
Taishon Michael says, Swara, please let Maria Aziz say is not invited to you. Why is Maria? Okay, well. Franco Jose says, it is a democratic country, freedom to express. The LGBTQ community must be proud what they like to be endured and vice versa. Tushe Namweya says, I would want to know if you gay so you can stay.
They gay.
Atushe.
You see, that's wrong.
But that's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah, but then you are
Wacht
putting
net
in
gauw,
my...
wacht net
I
gauw.
didn't put it on you.
Okay,
Wacht net
that's
gauw.
wrong. That's wrong.
Atushe Namweya says,
Put it-
I would want to know if you gay so you can stay away from me. Atushe, if stay away like how? Stay away like don't be my friend. I don't want to know you. Or stay away like how? What are you talking about staying away? So, just to respond to what Maria was saying, okay? I believe you do know that I didn't ask the question in a derogatory, condescending, arrogantly down-talking way. I was really asking the question, out of respect.
Yeah.
And you know what? As a as a family here on the show, we share a lot. I think over the last 3-4 years, I've shown my spirit, my soul about what goes on in my personal life more than I ever would share on any other platform. Not even on my stand-up shows, I would share the stuff about my wife, about my children, about my family, the way that I share here. So, and as I do consider you guys also as family, and we do share a lot of things here with each other, I was really, just asking the question, out of
And I know that.
curiosity.
I know that.
Yeah.
And that's just because I know you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you're not homophobic. We've been doing this for over 2-3 years. These topics have come up, and this is what
This omnibus. Yeah.
omnibus. As
Yeah.
you call them. They've come up a few times, and I know you're not homosexual. You might be. That one, the jury is still out.
It's okay.
The
Neville,
jury
it's
is-
okay.
the
You're
jury
50.
is still out on that one, on you and Les. But no. But anyway, in all fairness, I know you're not homophobe, so I know you didn't ask it in a discriminatory way. But I think it's also equally important. And somebody's saying, Mira, you act like you're the gatekeeper of LGBT. No, I'm not the gatekeeper of it. What I try to be is knowledgeable on issues of LGBTQ. So when I speak here, quite literally, I'm just sharing a lot of what I've learned. And trust me, it's a constant learning and relearning, because when you grow up in a society like myself, where I grew up in the North, which is a very homophobic society in itself, a lot of these things you only learn later in life if you're open to learning them, right?
But Tuva, can I ask you this question? And obviously, I think previously between me and Q, we obviously sometimes did bring up this topic because we deliberately always try to poke at you because we obviously knew, it would always create a conversation, a robust conversation about this topic. As much as myself or Q-Base in the past have never been homophobic, but do you feel that if somebody has a different view about the LGBTQ community, and they have a strong stand against this community or any narrative about it, do you feel that you do justice by listening to what people say and respect? Because I don't agree with what people say against the gay community.
Do I have to respect it though?
Okay, not respect,
I
but
can't
are you
respect.
willing to hear it out and to engage somebody on an equal level on a topic that you don't agree
All right,
with.
this is what I've realized with homophobia, right? It's not that I know people are very homophobic. I have homophobic people in my family.
Yeah.
People that are near and dear to me. It's what it is, right? There are colleagues that I work with that are homophobic. I have maybe not so much in my friendship circles, because I do choose who to surround myself with and who not to. And I think certain ideologies within a friendship, you want to have similar ideologies. It's like how I don't think, could be friends with an absent father. Because of that ideology that you hold very near and dear. So I think in my immediate circles, I'm more in a position to choose. So maybe not so much my friends, but definitely in my family, definitely in my communities, I know homophobia is very rampant. So I'm not at a point where I cancel people for being homophobic, right? I can't cancel my own family.
Yeah.
I can't, if my mother is homophobic, I can't even cancel, let's say, my own mother, right? So I think I've just gotten to, I'm at a place in my life where I don't have to respect your opinion, and I will not respect your homophobia. I will not.
Yeah.
But secondly, I'm also not trying to preach to the unrepentant. I'm not.
Yeah.
When I speak these things, I'm perhaps speaking to somebody that is leaving a little bit room for acceptance and tolerance of the LGBTQ community. I'm not speaking to somebody who says, I want to know if somebody is gay or not, so that you can fair van me afplay. I know I'm not going to get through
Ja,
to
daai
that.
moeg moet nog
Yeah,
antwoord.
I know I'm not going to get through to that person, and I'm not going to waste my breath on it. So I'm not speaking to that group of people. I'm speaking to people that are curious and can have the conversation. That's
My question to
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
My question to you. Mitch. And as Maria was answering me truthfully now, I want you to answer me truthfully.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel, as you sit there, because I do sense, and you can prove me wrong, I do sense that you sometimes do struggle with male chauvinism issues. Sometimes it does filter through to me that you talk down on women. It filters through to me.
Okay.
Ne? Sometimes I do feel that you feel that a man is above a woman.
Yo.
I do feel that, with the narrative. And you know what? You have every right to, because that is your history. And I respect it. You understand? That's the one question.
Yeah.
Secondly, are you sure that you accept somebody else's sexual, what do you call it?
orientation.
Sexual orientation. Are you sure that you are comfortable, even though you come from a community, ons kom van dieselfde community af, where it's normal. Are you sure that you accept that orientation?
Yeah, I do. Let me answer from important. Firstly, let's say, me as Mitch grew up in a community where gay people are proud of what they stand for.
Yeah.
Like, our brothers are gay. And he doesn't care about anything else anybody says, and we stand for them. And they like, ek is gay, ek hou van daai ou. I only grew up to come learn that people have to be secretive about these things.
Okay.
So that's why I'm saying, if you're gay, you should be proud about it.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that I'm saying, yeah, you can't be gay. Because I grew up with gay brothers, gay cousins, which were proud. And our families are supportive about this. This is this woke community that brought up this whole thing about keep it in the closet. Nobody can ask you. If somebody asks you, get offended. No, I grew up with, my cousins are gay. They're proud. I love them to death. They're proud. So this is this. So if you're going to put me, just because I said, why can't you be proud? And when I ask you, just imagine this. 7 of my cousins are gay. And I come from a family where my cousins are gay, and we are open to this. And I ask you like, oh, so are you gay? And now you want to put me in a box of, are you asking me to treat me in a certain way, or are you offending me? No, we don't. You probably grew up in that era where, or you were in that box where people have to be secretive about it.
Okay.
I grew up but people being open about it and being proud about it.
No,
So
on that specific point.
Yeah.
Now, finally, I understand you better.
Yeah.
Okay.
So just because you created a movement and trying to do this stuff doesn't mean that how I grew up and the experiences I have is wrong.
Okay.
You are doing this for a movement. I have people that go through this every day. So for you, it's a movement. For me, I have to deal with people that are
It's life.
discriminating against my cousins. People that say, hey, Jay's a Murphy. And then I have to stand up for my cousin. So when I'm asking you if you're gay, I'm asking you to know if somebody is having this type of attitude against you, I'll have to stand up for you.
Okay.
Can
So
I
you-
quickly give a flip side?
Okay?
In my community, I understand. Damara and Nama people are generally more tolerant and open and accepting of a queer community. So I just want you to consider this, right?
Yeah.
In the Vampu community, we're very, very homophobic,
Cool.
all right? So it's not that people want to remain closeted. People have been thrown out of their homes. It's not like you say you grew up with 7 cousins. I might have gay cousins that I don't know about because the society in which we live is not conducive for them to come out.
Yeah.
All right? So just be mindful of that you might be judging them along your Damara tribe acceptance and tolerance, but you're not understanding perhaps for them. It's not that they're not proud. It's quite literally for them. Sometimes it's a life or death where they cannot even
Yeah, I
admit
understand
and
it. I
come
understand
out
it.
and accept that because their community will banish them, their families will disown them, and they will be cast out of society. So I'm saying when you are asking that question, you need to also consider that. Don't always see it from the Damara perspective that is more tolerant of the Damara and Nama, by the way, I think are the most tolerant, unlike Hereros and Bambus, and I think we can all agree with this.
Yeah.
I think the Damara and Nama community are the most accepting of the queer community, and that's why it's easy to grow up with 7 or 8 queer cousins because they can be themselves. My society is different, and you need to be mindful of that
Yeah,
narrative.
now I'm gonna ask you. So knowing all that, why would you think me asking a person that is gay, I'm homophobic?
I never
Or
called
that
you
I want
homophobic.
that I want to offend them.
First of all, I didn't call you homophobic, and I don't think you're homophobic. Here, the difference is I quite literally took the point that you said. You said you want to know so that you can decide how to treat them, and I just said you don't need to know somebody's sexual orientation to treat them a certain way. You can treat everybody the same way. I never called you homophobic. I never even implied that you're homophobic. So I'm actually also a little bit perplexed that that's what you took out of
Okay,
this
so
conversation.
let me
Kan
give
ek
you the devil's
kan
standard.
ek gou Okay, ek dink tussen ons het ons genoeg gepraat. Ek moet seriously comments nou lees. Maria John Shimsizzle says Maria is right about that though. My Awambo people are homophobic.
Yeah.
Roviera says if they are in hiding about what they are not proud enough. Why be scared of being something you want to be? Franco Jose says getting a very tight hug from another man. This topic is proudly brought to you by Jerry. This is what Taishon says. Wetu Kaiva says Mitch. Mitch say Wetu clap for Johanna. Ethel Koningsdochter says Maria is not convinced. I think it was at the time when Mitch was explaining his position on the topic. Amelia Magoja says, I don't think Mitch is in the hot seat. I think this is also a way to get to know Mitch. Yeah, it's good. You know
I don't
what?
think it's in the hot seat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Why
not.
do they feel like that?
Yeah, and you know what? Respect. You know what? You explained yourself properly today
Yeah.
on this specific topic, and me coming from the same community as yourself, I know exactly what you're talking about. Esther Mitch says, I understood it that way, Mitch, about being proud. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Maria Aziz, it's okay, Mitch, just stop now. Mitch is getting bomb-hide now in the hot seat.
He's not in the hot seat.
Yeah.
Okay, read some comments.
Mohau?
We need to close off and we
Yeah.
need to make an announcement.
Yeah, we need to make an
go, yeah.
announcement.
Give comments here.
Roviera says, this thing is the gay community can give it, but can't take it. As soon as you mention gay, World War activated. You, Ro, I know for sure you are homophobic. You don't like gay and lesbian people. Jy's net so, jy het jou mugu. Ja, jy sien my brani. Jy moet fair play. Fair play. Yeah, so basically all the answers, or basically the comments, Wetu says, if you cannot handle the heat, stay out of the kitchen. If you can't handle with what comes with being gay or go, get another sexual orientation. Mitch is making sense, but the better English always wins. Akuna hus-
So my English is bad. Hey.
Heterosexual privilege. But anyway.
Yeah, okay. Guys, thank you. Thank you very much for your comments this week. You guys have been, once again, you've been special. And you guys make our show. The reason why we are here is not, once again, to agree, but mostly we are here to disagree. It's the only way that we can have robust discussions as to how we can take things forward. Yeah, it's better than Parliament. Now,
in closing, you guys, it's like 10 minutes past 10, so we need to go.
Yeah.
I think I wish we had a little bit more time, but maybe we'll. I don't really want to touch too much on it, but we are in the process of bidding me farewell. I will be saying goodbye to the Morning Mix in about 2 weeks. And also bidding Trusco farewell. So I'm coming to the end of the road. So you guys have me. You guys can take your jabs at me. You have me for about 2 weeks, and then I'm. So yeah, the curtain's closing on. It's been a fun run. It's been going on in excess of 2 years. We've been doing this for over 2 years.
excuse me, 2 years.
Isn't it?
This is more than 3 years. It's
Is
probably
it?
3.5, almost 4 years that we've been
No,
doing
can't be
this.
4 because I've been at this company for just over 4, and I know
It
I
should be
didn't
3.
start off
Okay, Tuva,
immediately.
wait a minute. Then we probably started it off. You've been with the company for about 4 years.
Going on, it would be 5 next. It would have been 5 next year, April.
And you were probably here for a year and a half or whatever. Then we started it.
Yes.
So
like-
it's almost 4 years.
yeah.
It's almost 4 years that we've been doing
Alright.
this.
Yeah, could be somewhere there. So yeah, we've been doing this for some time. And yes, it's my time to go. You know, it was Cuba's time to go. Now it's my time to go. So yes, guys, you don't have to be irritated by me anymore. Egg cheap is all right. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I'm gonna leave. We just needed to announce that I'm on my way.
Who
out.
are you gonna miss the most of the comment guys?
Niemand.
Roviera. Even Roviera.
Net. You know what? I won't be. Okay, look, this is family. Like there's been people that I've obviously immensely enjoyed on the show. Mostly, you know, I'm more appealed by women. You know, the Vedis and the what is the Cherry Vaten Luther? It's the Fro. What is her name?
Ethel.
Ethel as well.
And
But
Esther
Kaloi
Mitch.
Buchter.
Kaloy and
Estomich.
Lizzie Anne. Yeah, even Estomich.
Yeah.
Estomich has been here from the beginning.
Shout out.
So yeah, I'm gonna I think mostly, and then my Mbusha is there now. I'm gonna mostly miss the women. There's obviously guys that I've also enjoyed on the show, but obviously my tribe is the women. You
Yeah.
know, it's the ladies, and yeah, you guys have been fun. So yeah, we just want to make that announcement, and yeah, I think, but the show will go on as always. The show must go on.
Cake, all I can say is that, you know what, when Maria, when you made the call, and I know you and me, we've been speaking about this for the longest time as to what you are planning on doing in terms of career and family, etc., going forward. And you know what, even when Cubase left, we knew that, you know what goes up must come down,
Absolutely.
and there's a beginning and there's an end,
And life must go on.
and life must go on.
Yeah.
And you know what, when when Maria was finally making the call that, you know what, yeah,
State on the chip.
a state of the chip.
Yeah.
It was a very, very, very sad moment for all of us, and especially, you know what, you, me, Cubase, and you, Mitch, who's coming in now. I'm telling you,
It's my favorite. girl.
very robust, not agreeing with each other. Hey, 4 years ago, that was maklik in it. The people can tell you, it was not easy. But then again, you know, Maria, we will not be able to replace you. There's no way.
Yeah.
Like we are not able to replace Cubase. And one day when I go, if I go, nobody
be
can be
able-
replaced.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just need to get somebody else with their own values, with their own
Views.
style, with their own views, and
Bring the new dynamic. Bring
Yeah.
bring a new dynamic to the show. Like I said, the show must go on. So yeah.
Mary, just need to tell you this. Like, this is the first day I saw you was when we were handing over an award.
Yeah, Simply
Like,
You magazine.
yo. The first thing I said was, yo, she's tall.
Mm.
And yeah, I was like, yo,
Yeah.
she's tall. And then I got to meet you at the interview. You had some pretty good questions for me. And then I was like, I'm going to work with her. And I was like, Twitter. And then I checked the things you're writing. I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be good. This is going to be good. And sometimes if I really need information, I just throw something at you and you just start throwing that information up in that defense. Like I would really like something like, let's say, in the court of law, and I'll just say something, and the way you correct me is giving me the answer to it, and I like doing that. And Neville also does that to you sometimes. So I just throw that stuff to you, and then you respond to me in that way, and it's also informative for our viewers. I like that.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna forever take that from me.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is not
But we
a
will
sad
replace
moment.
you.
Ek is not hier vir 2 weke to irritate the crap out of y'all. So I don't want to end on this. It's a Friday. I don't want to end on that note.
Luister, kan jy huil?
Mary,
I'm a
I like you so that
crybaby.
cherries what
Huh?
they
Don't act like you haven't
Aye.
seen me cry at least 3 or 4 times.
Hail J, Mary.
I'm a crybaby.
Hail J.
You've seen
Like
me
for
cry.
serious.
I mean, I cry easily.
Kan jy huil? Huil jy?
Oh, ek ken nie van.
I'm a
Oh,
crybaby.
ek heel. My hart was gerasper toe ek.
George. You know the Trasco address? If you want to send me flowers, do it. Go to the book, the Trasco website. There's an address. Put Mary Ileka on the flowers. Ek wag my blomme. Yeah,
Ek het
George,
geheel gaan
come through.
Who wants to send you flowers?
George.
Watter George?
George.
Oh,
Bala.
say Moor. Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, keep
ons
your
het
flowers,
hierso,
George.
Ons het hierso.
You didn't imply it, but I'm implying it. Stuur my blomme man. George.
Guys,
Guys, we need to
have
go.
a blessed weekend. Love you. See you guys on Monday. Yeah, I'll say it like Trump. You have to go home now. We love you. And
was
the
very
rioters.
Have a good Friday, guys.
It was
Behave.
awesome.
Yeah. Sharp.